This partwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up partworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. Thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 2 of Building Robocop, the Legendary Cyborg. This is, as I say, issue 2. We did the head last time. This time we're starting at the opposite end of the body. We're going down to the foot. In the history of Robocop, we're looking for a director. Yeah, I can't remember who the director is. I'm sure it's in the words, but feel free to read at your leisure. The right foot is the foot that we're building, not the left one, the right one. Lots of screws and bits and poles and articulated things and stuff. That will be quite interesting. I shall put up the picture-in-picture as I'm building it. And in case you didn't know where the foot was, it tells you it's down here. So yeah, let's get on with that in a moment. After looking at our 100 years of robotics, automata, I think is the word used for that. It's not really a robot, but sort of, I don't know. It moves, but it's more sort of mechanical movement rather than robotic movement. Not sure. Artificial meat, interesting. Yeah, this is cutting edge technology. I'm interested in it. Lab grown meat. I like meat. I'm not so fond of the vegetarian options. So lab meat, I think, could be the way to go. Yeah, artificial steaks. You grow bits of it from cows and stuff and things, but it's still grown in a petri dish. I haven't tried it. I wouldn't mind. I'll have a go. So let's clear this out of the way. Let's look at the parts and we'll get the build started. Right, we have some interesting looking parts in here. We've got a spring, which is unexpected. We've got a couple of metal, plastic lens type fittings. This is the first bit that we're going to be doing. We're fitting this onto this pole. Yeah, will it go either way round? It does in fact look symmetrical. I'm pretty sure it doesn't feel like that locates, but it also doesn't feel like it locates from the other side either. So we'll see. We have a couple of different screws. We've got lots of CM screws and just a couple of AM. Say a couple, there's 3, 4 in there, so we'll probably be using 3 of those. But just the one for now. I'll leave the rest in the packet. I have progressed to using my own screwdriver rather than the supplied one, purely because, as I say, the supplied one in this particular build is not the best. You can get away with it, but I have a better one, so I will use that. So we've got this going onto there. It's still loose on the end there, which must be a design choice because that's as tight as I'm happy making it. So this will then go on to, oh, it is this bit. It's going to be in the back there. Right, okay, this is some sort of back end of this. So yes, the other 2 AM screws we're going to be using. Hold this together. Get one of those out. We'll keep the little label in there so we know what it is. I shall put that aside and add that to the stash from last time. I shall put them, I think there were AM screws in last time as well, so one of those will be left over. So we've got this that screws in from both sides of that. As ever, of course, only put them in one at a time and don't tighten up the first one until you've got the second one in as well, so you know it lines up properly. So yeah, there we have an ankle, probably. That's gone on there. Right, next up we've got lots of interesting stuff to do with these bits. Let's see how that's going to go together. Lots of the 4 CM screws will be holding that together. So we've got the cap piece. We've got that. We've got, oh, they're not lenses. They're cap pieces for these. Right, I understand now. So that goes over there. And then that will go over there as well, giving you lots of movement options. That all goes in there like that. That gives you the movement of that. It doesn't feel right. Why would you need two of them? Maybe one's just being a spacer and the other one is fitting it together. But this is going up through into there, and then 4 screws will hold that in place. If that's going in there, yeah, that's too big to escape out of there now. So that will be held in place securely. It does look like you have to get it the right way round, though. No, it's got appear to be equidistant, so you can have them whichever way round it fits. We need 4 cm screws to hold that together in there, though. Whereas obviously lots more cm screws to be done later. So I'm going to get a few out and we'll just leave them there. It's the only other type of screw, so I know I can't get that too far confused as yet. Now, I do have a bad habit when doing these part work builds. I look at the pictures. I very rarely read the words underneath. So hopefully it's not telling me, make sure you do this first or anything like that, because I don't read them. If something feels wrong or goes wrong or I can't understand, then I will go back and read them. But for now, I'm just using my best guess, common sense, and experience of doing these types of builds as to how things should go together. If you've done lots of these yourself, then you may be comfortable doing that. You may not. You may just watch my videos. I know a few people that do these builds without reading the instructions at all, just by following what I do. But I must admit, at the moment, having some eye trouble. So getting things lined up, especially as it's, you know, black on black, is not the best of things. So I shall get the other screws in there tightened up off camera while I'm not, you know, under scrutiny. But that is that bit. Then we do need to do that first. So let me get that sorted out first, and then I can come back and show you the next stage. Okay, right, that's all in there, nice and secure. I've tightened all the 4 screws up to this where they should be. This ankle piece moves under protest. It will rotate as well, and I'm sure the more it's moved around, the better it will be. I don't know which way around it's got to be quite yet, but it can be turned to make it fit wherever. Next up, we are fitting this piece to there, sort of elongating the front bit of the foot. And again, that's 1 single screw will hold that in place. I've tipped out some more screws and left 1 in the bag. We'll see if that's the correct thing to do in a minute or two. So that's going to go on there with that, giving some shape to the foot. Here we go. That's secure on there. Good. Then we have the toe piece that needs to fit on there. Now that won't fit on there until the bracket is put in over the top of it. But before we do that, we've got to fit the spring. I assume that's just to spring the foot down when it needs to be. Quite an interesting way of doing it. So it's got 1 long piece which fits to the toe end. How's the best way of doing this? Can I get the screw in first and then worry about the spring? It's got a hook on it. If I get that on there a bit, and that will indeed hook over there. That's okay. That does the job there. So if I can get that one on there, then we'll come back. Now, you may notice while I'm putting these screws in, I'm going forwards and then backwards a little bit, and then forwards a bit more. Always useful when you're putting it into metal, if you do that sort of thing. It just breaks up the thread that you might have some gunk or paint or something in the middle of the thread on the screw or in the hole. It just makes it easier and a nice secure fit. So that I'm not tightening all the way down on there. I have tightened all the way down, and it's still got a bit sticking out because just how the spring works. That end is going to be a little bit different, so I might try and put that on there, and then I'll hook that on over the post of that afterwards. That's going to be my best bet. So turn things around a bit, hold that in place over there, get it that way up, I think. We'll see. This one I can't put in after the fact because it's not hook, it's just a loop that the screw needs to go through and then into that, so that can't actually escape. But definitely easier to put that side in first. So that spring is pointing the right direction. So that's in there, secure. Then this end is going to go on there, and we need to get that hooked over that screw. That should be fairly easy, shouldn't it? Grab it. Where's it gone? There it is. Over there, or should we do it the other way around? Can I get it hooked over there? Screw first. No, it's definitely going to be easier. Put that where it needs to be. Grab and pull. Get it just over there like that. There we go. So that's now sort of held in place, and it's got a bit of movement. Not a lot, but just a bit. But a bit's all you need. Then it comes to wrapping up. We've got to put the covers over. So that one goes over there with 2 screws. It's easy, honestly, trust me. It's not a difficult thing to do, to put a single screw in there. I'll just put the one in a bit so we know what we're doing. And then the other side goes over there. The spring obviously needs to sit between those, just like that. And under there actually, so I should have put this bit in first. Put that one on second. So that goes on there and locates down everywhere into a nice little groove. And again, I shall tighten and put in the rest of the screws off camera, but that is that. So yeah, you've got some posability. If you want it to stand on top of something, then you can do that, and the toe will bend up and spring back down. Cool. I'm liking it. I like it a lot. So far, so good. That is issue 1 and issue 2 completed. I like it. It's come together quite nicely. It's looking like Robocop. You can definitely tell from the head. I wouldn't know from that it was Robocop, but I'm sure anyone else will, because people pay more attention than I do to films. So yes, I shall get the rest of these screws in and tightened up off camera, because you don't need to sit and watch me do this. The video has been quite long enough as it is. So thank you very much for watching. I've got another 4 to put in there, so yeah, a few extra screws in that one this time. Thank you very much for watching. That is it for the first delivery. I believe the next delivery is 3 or 4 more issues, so we'll wait around for that in a few weeks, and I shall bring it to you as soon as I can. Other part work's still happening every day, so come back and watch some of those in the morning, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.